Hello, people of the interweaves. We are back here again with another episode of Kicking It with Kpop. And I'm here with the team from Cyanide Kisses. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
It's nice to see you guys. And I've never I heard of the Cyanide Kisses before, but I got to read the PDF and I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it's a really cool setup of a story. So I can't wait for the people in chat get to know you and your book. So it's exciting.
Well, thank you.
Let's see. Before we go and say hey, because we'll say hey to you guys in a second, let's say hey to chat real quick. Oh my goodness. All the way from 3:49 p.m. we had GT Comics. This is actually a good question. You might know the answer to this. Asking for a friend, how many boobs is too many boobies in a graphic novel?
There's no such thing.
There is no such thing.
Never.
No such thing.
Never. That's right. Add all the boobies. What's up, Fran? How are you doing? Yes, we are kicking it with Cyanide Kisses. That's correct. Let's see. What else is in here? We got Bleaker in here. Congrats on your wins on your channel. That's right. And thank you, Jay, for dropping the link to the Kickstarter. Kickstarter will be down. I don't know if it's down right now, but it will be down for about 30 minutes. So we're going to try to show that off as much as we can tonight. And what's up, Luke? How are you doing? Hey, JSS. What's going on? All right. Yeah, we had some audio stuff happen in the beginning, so I'm not sure what's going on with any of that stuff at the moment, but that's fine. We're troopers here. We are not pro. We can handle it. We got it. What's up, Ken? How are you doing? Okay. Now, we're going to make it weird because that's what we do here. And bam. Hi.
Hey.
Time for introductions. So you're going to get hit with the hardest question you'll ever be asked ever at any time. All right. Who are you? What do you do? Why are you here?
Oh boy. My name is Quezimoto. I've been drawing since I was 10. I've been conceptualizing and creating my own characters since I was 15. And once I got all the bad character designs out the way, I started coming up with my own characters that were really creative and cool. And pretty much I went to art school for computer arts and film. I also went back to school for graphic design and digital media. And Cyanide Kisses is something I created almost 20 years ago that's finally getting to see, everybody else gets to see. So I'm excited. It's one of maybe a dozen titles that I want to self-publish, and it's number 2 on the list. So
awesome.
I'm excited.
It's really cool. I'm also very excited for it. I like that you have a very cool background, like the different mediums that you've been using. That's awesome. That probably helped a lot when working on your book with that. Nice. It's very cool. I like that. I think that a lot.
It's kind of nice because I did so many things that I can kind of pull from different reservoirs when I do stuff. So.
And I like your character design because I like that you said that you started off with character designs. I used to do that a lot in like high school. Just character designing and building and stuff, which was also helpful when Avatar sites came out. Those are good times.
Yeah, the first couple characters weren't very good. I think one was called Diamond Cut. Yeah, that was a horrible name. Yeah. And he just had a bunch of diamonds and he used them as weapons and shields, and it's like a black Batman with diamonds. It was terrible.
Oh, you were wrestling at the time.
Terrible.
You know, maybe you should revisit Diamond Cutter sometime and rework him.
Yeah. I would kill him off in one of my other titles.
But what if he's fighting an all diamond foe?
Oh man, I don't know. There'd be some sound or something that would shatter it all.
Maybe you could do it a silent comment and just have like like ching ching flame.
There you go.
There
you go.
Oh, Kren is into this idea. He likes it. Diamonds are the biggest scam. Yeah. Nice. Well, it's very nice to meet you. And we're going to go say hey to Samantha. So, hi, Samantha.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Perfect. All right. Same question for you. Who are you? What do you do? What do you?
Yeah. My name is Samantha, and I am the co-writer for Cyanide Kisses. Kez came to me with this about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I love the story right off the bat, the first couple pages. And he asked for a woman's touch to the story. He asked for a character that's a little bit more suburban. And we worked on the character together, and there was this one portion that really makes us giggle, that he had the characters coming through the door and they start tickling each other, and you know, the girls are just he ha ha ha, and I'm like, bro, we don't do that.
She keeps me honest.
She keeps you honest. Nice.
I keep him honest. And it's been a wonderful passion project. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's a very female forward, female empowering heroesses that don't have superpowers. It's amazing.
Yeah, I really like it, because when I got to read it, it gave me kind of like late 80s, early 90s, like anime, like the, you know, how you had the badass babes and they would go on missions and like just take people out kind of situations. And I dig that. I love that so much. And they're badasses too. So yeah.
They're just straight up badass. Like, don't mess with them. You're going to die kind of thing.
Right.
Oh, they're tough cookies. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And not only are they vicious on the outside, as the story progresses, there's going to be more that reveals itself to kind of keep that going.
Ooh, I like that, because I like the aspect of like the different types of the assassins as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yep.
I like that they have to get creative with it, which is fun.
Yeah, they have different styles. There's a point system. They got to keep it level and clean, and really work on it in a way that, oh, what am I trying to say? There is a point system that the cleaner the cut of the kill, the higher the points. And the different things that you do can diminish those points. And they come in later in the story.
Like bystanders. No innocence. Can't kill innocence.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that too. I like that they have rules that they set to, but they got to make it like creative.
Mm-hmm. You know, don't make a mess. Get out clean.
That's right.
You know, don't draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, kind of like what is that movie with Fonda chick? Was it Point of No Return? Love that movie when she gets trained to be an assassin.
Point of No Return.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, that was heavy influence. Heavy influence. That and Luc Besson's version. What's it called? La Femme Nikita.
Ooh, yeah, those are both really great. I love the show, and then I was really big into Silk Stockings as a kid. I like weird detective stories and crime from day one. That's what I got here. JSS. So, what's the back origin story with Cyanide Kisses? Non-spoiler plot line. Thank you. He's a big Painkiller Jane fan.
I think that's a great question for Quezimoto there.
All right. Let's see. Boom. You want to answer that?
Sure. Meaning like how it was created, or what the story is in the story, in the book.
You could do both. Why not both? We're getting to know you.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was in art school, and I was working at a gentleman's club as a doorman, and I got to know a lot of the dancers. And I've always been a kind of a people watcher and paid attention to the way people do their, different things. And I noticed that there were certain women that they were like hunters, like they they came in there like lionesses. They didn't have any of the drama or the insecurities. They were just coming in there to get their money. They knew who to call to bring them money, and they pretty much they flipped the whole power dynamic so that they were the alphas, and that the men were just walking wallets, And I liked that sense of power and that sense of like control. And I was also, since I was in film school, I had just seen La Femme Nikita, and I liked the idea of somebody joining an underground society that nobody knew about, but is like widespread and completely secret, and kind of combine those two concepts with like the comic books I was raised on, and just thought, well, what if there were just these like really badass women that had these different themes to them, and that's kind of where it started, where the germ of it started, and it just kind of blossomed from there. And I always liked the girl next door that could be more of a sex pot if she wanted, but she's definitely more subdued and shy, and just there's definitely layers to it. And in the book, the main character, her name is Cheyenne, and she works at a hospital, and she's putting herself through nursing school, and she's drowning in bills, and she finds out one day that her roommate and her best friend both are secretly assassins, and they kind of bring her into this world, and it's kind of a fish out of water first 90 days kind of thing, where she has to learn, how to actually assassinate somebody, and how to seduce somebody, and learn that level of, of how to be a killer but not let it affect you kind of thing. And then B, what it takes for her to eventually accomplish that first kill that she has, which would be in issue 3. Little spoiler, the first person that she kills resembles or reminds her of a touchy uncle from when she was a kid.
Oh.
So there's layers like that to things, and like her best friend and confidant is her cat named Diary, and it's just a lot of cool concepts wrapped into a world that I can't wait to show and unveil. And we have a nice 8-issue story that really kind of delves deep into these characters and shows you the world, and it's a great starting point. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's again? Sorry. No, that sounds really cool. And if you see it here, where did it go? JSS really likes what you had to say there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, the art looks fantastic. You look forward to the Tickle Fight sequel.
I didn't know that girls don't have tickle fests. I thought
we don't really do parties all
Pillow
the time. We do
fights
tickle fest.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. We can mom and want to have a beer just as much as you guys do.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Oh man, it'd be a totally different set of girls, I think, too, because these chicks are like badass. I don't see them getting to tickle fights.
No.
Oh, another inspiration from obviously the 90s was we started to have all these celebutants, which were these celebrities that were just famous for nothing, for just being party girls. And that concept definitely came about. Like, well, what if there was more to that? What if she wasn't just this cardboard cutout of a person? You know what I mean? So I bring a little of that in there too.
I like
the
that.
Kardashian, Paris Hilton kind of feel.
The OG influencer type situations. Yes.
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 This is a very good question. And Karen wants to know, what rating would you give the book for violence? Like R-rated or?
R, definitely R.
Definitely.
It's we have two versions. In print, we have what's like a not safe for work, where you can see more nudity, and then we have the PG-13 R version where it's tasteful. But the violence is always on par. I grew up on action movies, and I love Tarantino, and if I can be visceral with it, then I want to. So
I said, who doesn't love a good murder TV?
Right?
It's kind of the best thing that's on TV at all times. It's great. Plus martial arts movies. Let's go. Yeah.
One of the things I absolutely love is that these women use their sexuality and femininity to get to these high power targets that we call the flies. And they use that power that they have to then take out their targets. So they use sexuality and femininity as a weapon and their power.
Yeah, no, that's fun. I like the way that they kind of lure them into the things and have things set up already.
Yep.
Which I do. Like you said, they had themes, and I like that. I'm all for that. I'm gonna see if I can go to. Let's go to the Kickstarter page. Okay, so because I didn't refresh it, it's still stuck at the 2-minute thing, so we can still go over the page. So let's do that. Let's go to your Kickstarter page because we are here for your Kickstarter.
Amen.
All right, there we go. So there's a Kickstarter. So it's probably in the middle of maintenance right now because that was a hot minute ago for 2 minutes. So I'm not going to refresh my page. We can actually see what's going on here. So yay. You're already up to 44 backers. You have 8 days to go, and you are almost halfway there. We're gonna get you funded. Let's go. I know a lot of people would like to back this.
Yes.
The hardest part is getting the word out.
Yeah. I've been already pasting it all over the place. So yeah, everybody go retweet this, reshare this, get this out. Let's go, because it's a very cool idea. And I like where it can go because I can also see like animated series or live action easily.
Oh, live action would be great.
Dude, like VIP back in the day, that would have been amazing. That's I love that kind of stuff. So yeah, word up, awesome one.
Yeah,
so.
This would definitely kick ass.
Oh, I think so. There was so many in the 90s and like around 2000s where they had like the really badass, kick-ass lady teams. For TV shows and like a sci-fi kind of stuff, and I really dig that because when I was growing up, there was Scarlet and like G.I. Joe, but they didn't really have like girls' toys in like the action figures section. So anytime they would come out, that's what I would always go buy. Like Angela, she was huge with me because that was awesome.
Yeah, I was always a big fan of ninja women. So like Psylocke, let's say from the X-Men, or Zealot from the Wildcats, just really badass female characters that were so more competent than their male counterparts. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely a theme in my books.
Oh yeah, I know. The ninja ladies, they are pretty badass. One of my favorites in an amazing live action adaptation of the manga is Azumi. If you've not seen that, go watch 1 and 2. It's super good.
Okay.
Atomic Blonde and Salt were good. Yeah, both of those actresses play really good badass ladies.
Yeah, Barbed Wire was a cool live action.
It was a cool live action. There was some decent ones in there. I do really enjoy all of the Japanese ninja / weird movies. like Machine Girl and all that stuff. Yeah, that's some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a couple weird adult mangas as well that get into like the assassin type thing that are a lot of real fun. Oh man, some good stuff. So if anybody's looking to back, you can back it now until Friday, November 15th at 4:28 a.m. Eastern time. So you got really cool stuff here. And I want to ask you something. Who did your trailer? Because I really enjoy the trailer that you have.
Oh, thank you. The concept was, kind of worked on or birthed between me and Sam, and the guy who edited it, his name is Sean. He he actually has a YouTube channel that he worked on for about a year and a half with Star Trek: The Next Generation videos.
Wow.
And he was trying to get rich quick, and it didn't work. But he got lots of practice, so I use him as the editor for this. And yeah, we throw problems at him, and he gives us back beautiful videos. And I go, okay, I could challenge you further next time. So yeah, his name is Sean Whiting.
Sean Whiting, cool. I'm
Yes.
gonna look up their YouTube, see what's going on with that. No, I like the video, and I like the voice actress that was in it.
Oh yeah, that's actually with Sam. She plays
Sam?
the voice in that. Yeah.
That was
well done. Well
Thank
done.
It's so much fun doing that.
Oh, that's a really good voiceover. Like, you have such a good voice for that.
Thank you. I felt a little too preppy doing it, but it was fun.
Sometimes you need to do that. You know, act on all the voices. That's gonna be really fun if you do that.
The concept.
Oh.
The concept for the video, there's a madam to the so they're called the True Widow Assassins. That's the assassination, group.
Yeah.
And they have a madam. And the madam is older, so she's from a previous generation, so she's a little cheesy. But I wanted to kind of take that concept of that 1950s info video that we kind of saw a little bit as kids, and I wanted to kind of add this upbeat, slightly demented narrator that would basically be telling a assassin, or training an assassin of how to, go about getting out of the assassination attempt and things like that. So Sam she trusts me, and I just told her, you're going to sound a little crazy on it, but it's okay because we're going for that. And it came out really good.
I think it did too. It is a longer video, but if you want, we can play it. It's fine with me.
Oh yeah, I'm down with
Let's do it.
What's that?
I said let's do it.
All right, cool. All right, let's go and watch it. All right, so I'm gonna play. Our favorite game is. So if you can hear me, let me know so that
I can hear you right now.
You can hear me? Perfect.
Yeah.
That's our favorite game. Did that. All right. So hold on a second. Let me hit play. Let me hit pause. Let me go like this. All right. Am I still on the big screen? Because I don't have my other laptop set up.
Yeah, the video's on the big screen, and then there's 3 little of us on the side.
Yeah, perfect. All right, let's watch the video.
Killing your fly is only half the job. The kitchen is about to get hotter than a half-prep fox in a forest fire. Get your buns out of the oven before they get burned. If you've done your proper prep work, slow and slow is the way to go. Whether mixing it up with an opponent or in peace, select your favorite method. Blend, beat, or fold. Always remember, courtesy is the fondue of social lubrication. Before things get too hectic, a good host knows when to excuse themselves. Welcome to the world of Cyanide Kisses, a secret society of female assassins calling ourselves the True Widow Assassins. The targets, aka flies, are high-profile, powerful men and women who are heavily guarded and need a seductive woman's touch. Each assassin must first seduce and then kill our fly. The widow assassins are awarded on a point basis, i.e., the more creative the kill, the higher we score. We lose points for A, killing innocents, B, fighting amongst ourselves, and C, using guns. Guns are for pro-magnum men. Of course, the threat of point deduction doesn't stop us from trying to kill each other constantly. Each of us is given a code name for our specific talent or skill and have a unique selection of weapons at our disposal. We are deadly, sexy, well-armed, highly trained, and could fuck your brains out. Welcome to the world of Cyanide Kisses.
Issue 1 Kickstarter was fully funded in its final minutes. This time, we're hoping to hit funding early and chase stretch goals down the track. We now have foil enhanced, glow in the dark, and metal covers. Yes, metal coverage for both issues of Cyanide Kisses. Speaking of, we are offering both issue 1 and 2 of Cyanide Kisses. For those that missed our last campaign, this is your second chance to get a first printed copy of issue 1. Plus, help us produce issue 2. And with the metal, glow in the dark, and foil cover editions, there's something new for everyone. It is my privilege to introduce the creative team. Series artist, Claudio Avella. Series letterer, the legendary Tom Warzachowski. Series creator and writer, myself, Quezimoto. Series co-writer and dialogue editor, Samantha Miyamoto. Variant cover art by Nito San, Narcelio Sousa, Gwynele Daligu, Greg Bo Watson, Wagner Fernandez, Chuck Michael Obach, and Michael Ashland. The cool thing about our stretch goals is that we can unlock extra issues all the way to issue 8. The entire series can be funded through stretch goals. We're also offering original art and merch. These beautiful t-shirts will be exclusive Kickstarter editions. With your help, we can bring this passion project to life and continue to unveil the world of Cyanide Kisses.
It's a really good video.
Yeah.
I'm very
Thank
proud of that.
Thank you.
You are at 42% right now, but no, I really like this video. What I like about it is too is, yeah, your book does balance around the sexy stuff and like the kick-ass stuff, but you cut the trailer so that it was appropriate for people like myself to play on our streams. So
Yes.
I give you super good props for doing that, because some creators just go out and put all the nudie bits in there, and you can't do that because Google will be like, no, you can't. So yeah, so shout out to you guys for doing that. Here, let me go over here. I'm not gonna refresh the page so that I don't lose this.
We've been fighting censorship and the ads and stuff like that, you know. And it's funny because you know Facebook has gotten so big that they use AI to do their policing. So sometimes they'll see an image and they're like, she's naked. And I'm like, whoa, no, she's not. She is covered up with jewelry in just the right place, you know. And
There's no nipple. Yeah.
yeah. So it's difficult sometimes, but I try to keep that in mind, especially with YouTube.
Yeah. No, I love it when creators do that, because sometimes you'll have the ones on there and they just throw everything in there. It's like, well, just got like 9 violations, but thank you.
No problem.
But no, it's very tasteful, and it gives it a really good feel of the story, plus the artwork that's in there and the characters. And like I said, you did a fantastic job doing the voiceover on that. So yay.
Thanks.
And you are not wrong. The glow in the dark cover. Let's see if I can just remove this for a second. Right here. This is so pretty. Like, I had to use this for the cover for this thumbnail because it is just absolutely gorgeous, and it fits her personality extremely well too. She would be fun to cosplay. Get on that, people. Cosplay this chick. What is this chick's name? Because I don't know if I've read about her in issue 1 or whatever.
She's in the epilogue of issue 1. So that her name is codename Ghost.
Oh,
and she's my mysterious character, kind of the way Wolverine was in the beginning, where nobody really knew what was going on. She's that, where, people kind of fill in the blanks, but she's really ruthless. She doesn't bullshit a lot, and she's pretty badass. And she wears this silk kimono with long sleeves and hides rolls of chain on her forearms underneath the sleeves that she can like unravel when she decides to take out people.
Oh, that's some good visuals. She's got like the mask. I like that. Plus the hair, plus the outfit. That is that's how you know, like, you have some good character designs, when you can look at it and immediately go, I can grab half that stuff right now and make a cosplay out of it.
Right?
Easily.
Actually, her mask is a COVID mask.
I have the same one on my table. I was gonna wear it because I got this bandage on my face, but I thought it'd be too muffly. But no, I'm big into masked characters. If you don't know, I've got a Jason mask right there. Yeah, I like masked characters.
The funny thing is she she's quickly starting to become one of the more popular characters, I think, just because visually she's so interesting, and then you get to show her doing really cool action. But she was actually a replacement character because I had the main character, Cheyenne, has 2 friends, her roommate and her bestie. And her roommate is a blonde-haired white girl, and her bestie is a multicolored haired black girl. And the cover for Cakes was going to be in issue 1, but the artist that I paid like half up front to do the cover never did the cover. So at the last second, I didn't want to change the concept because he kept promising me things. I'm gonna this week, this 2 days, 3 more days. He did that for 2 years straight. But I basically was like, okay, I need a character, and I need a third cover, and I just basically took a background character who was Ghost, and I just kind of brought her to the foreground and said, okay, let's put her in issue 1, and let's show how badass she is, and let's kind of revamp her look a little bit, and that's what came out. That was just the inspiration.
No, I dig it. I really like it. And there's a couple actual people in the chat saying something besides CJ says, sounds like the kind of kisses you get on your dates. Oh my.
Uh-oh.
Well, if you want sexy art, I guess it's cool. Shut up. You're all into the ninjas and the cosplayers and the sexy babes. Shut up. Get out of here with that. Some government. No, you can't censor manga. It's the best. Yes.
Right.
So CJ here is asking about the series. Right now, this is issue 2, and you have 8 issues total planned for this series.
Yes. The it roughly works out to issue 1 is the introduction to the world. Issue 2, we get a little bit deeper. By the time we get to issue 3, Cheyenne will have done her first successful assassination attempt. And starting with issue 4, it all kind of gets turned on its head. I don't want to ruin why, but the last 4 issues are Cheyenne trying to survive because other widows start to try to take her out, you know, out of jealousy and pettiness. And we also get to, you know, meet the madam and see her structure and her assistants, and there's a whole world that we get to see, and there's a couple of side stories in there that are really interesting. And then by issue 8, there'll be a new status quo, and that would be like, you know, the official like wrap up to the first miniseries.
Okay, so that was his extra question too. He goes, "Will it end at issue 8?"
No, there will. The first series would end at 8, and it would leave the door open for a continuing series and or other miniseries based on the certain characters that people, you know, tend to gravitate towards.
Yeah, and there's a really good mix of character too, so you could really easily do a lot of side stuff with different characters. That's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of the sides that we're thinking about is between the cat and the ferret. That's going to be in it later. Minx. So a little spin-off of those two.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I like themed characters, especially with ones that are like dressing up kind of themed. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on a second. We got way more questions. What's up, World at War? I hope you had a good interview today too. Looked like you had a good one. I have to watch on the rewind. And thank you very much for the super chat, JSS Brooklyn. Thank you. I do have more questions starred in here. So before I get to that, I'm going to go back to your campaign page so we can look at more of that. I'm not refreshing because Kickstarter is kind of down at the moment for whatever their maintenance. So if you're there just joining us, they're at a little over 3,000. They're trying to hit $7,500 in goal. So you're almost at 50% right now. And you have 8 days to go. All or nothing, Friday, November 15th, 4:28 a.m. You got this. You got this. We got this.
So stressful.
We got this. We are going to share galore. Hopefully people back, all that fun stuff. But yes, we are going to get this out here. Yeah, I see a lot of your questions. We'll get to you in a second. So this is one of the covers here for issue 2 right here. It's lovely. I love the neon poppy colors that you have. Look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Greg Bo Watson and Gwynele Daligu. I know I'm butchering her last name, but
she's got the most adorable signature, though. Look at this.
Oh yeah, they're great. They're a lot of fun. Like she's really like bubbly and funny, and he just kind of is just like a good natured guy. And so whenever I get in a chat with those two, I'm laughing, you know, 5 seconds in, and I'm like, you guys are the best. That. Yeah, I believe they're a husband and wife team, but I don't want to pry, you know.
That would be cute because their signatures are matching.
Yeah.
He's got like the 3 dots there for his little face, and she's got her cat with the whiskers. That's cute. They gotta be because they're definitely doing teamwork there. Super cute.
And then that cover right there, that's Cakes. That's the bestie of Cheyenne. Yeah. And she changes her hair color all the time. She kind of has the pixie cut. And that's called Corporate Collision. So the back with every cover, I kind of have a little mini story to it. So the concept of the cover is she's doing an assassination. It's sunset. She just took out whatever boss she was pretending to be the secretary for, and the security team is chasing her. And she jumps out the window and throws ninja stars at the security team. So that's what the concept is.
She's awesome. No, I did like her hair. I remember that from issue 1. I liked her hair a lot. It just the color of the pink stood out. It's lovely. Yeah. But I like the art. The art is fantastic. And yes, shout out to making them sexy, functional, but they also have like nails and makeup and they're kicking ass. Good times. Because that's how I do. Let me tell you.
Those are the 3 friends right there.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's matching signatures. It's so cute. You zoom in on that, yeah.
Yeah, they're so funny.
I dig.
And it's funny because she was my colorist for a different cover, and she brought Greg Bo along, and when she gave me the colors, she forgot her own signature, and I went, "Do you want to sign this?" She's like, "Oh, I always had Greg always takes care of that." And I was just like, "I got you."
That's cute. I like that. Not enough pixie cut. Yeah. So I like that you got a different mix of like not just even the skin tones, but hairstyles as well, which is awesome. Plus they dress up, so that is fresh take. But this is something I did really like in the interiors is I liked how the people were drawn.
Oh yeah,
they
that's
had
Claudio.
A lot of emotions. They had a lot of stuff going on. You could tell that they were going in there. They had really cool expressions, especially the death scenes.
Yeah.
Good times. Yeah.
Claudio's our series artist, our interior artist, and he's amazing. Like he kind of is one of those miracles that you find that hasn't quite blown yet, but he's such a hard worker, and anything I throw at him, you know, he just draws the hell out of. And when I let him just kind of go free, he's even better. So we have a really good working relationship.
Oh, I love it. And I love there's a very, very thin like outline to the art, and it's not like a solid black when you see it. And I really enjoy that look. And it's
kind of like
very,
animation.
very pretty. Yes,
Yeah.
kind of like cell shading. Yeah, it's like great. And yeah, I'm saving all your questions, CJ. You got like a 900. I see. Yeah, we'll get to you. I see Kyle is going. Don't worry, Kyle. See you later. Hopefully you have a good night. And yes, the boobs were for Papa. That's right. We're getting very much boobs for Pops. Yeah. Oh, I saved a lot of your questions. Don't worry. There's 16 things queued up in there. Don't worry, CJ. Oh. I know. And he also did say that he liked the neon. Yeah, I really love the neon vibe feels to it. Even just watching the TV, like just seeing the glow is lovely.
Yeah. I think even in the logo treatment, I leaned more towards like a neon light because I kind of picture like a red light district, you know, strip club kind of, you know, you get around a lot of neon here and there, and I just really liked it.
Yeah, so. Something kind of also like cyberpunky about it too, but also like that underworld thing. Like it gives me like those kind of creepy vibes, which I really a fan of. And here we have a couple of their interior pages. And this is what I was talking about. They're really thin outlines, which kind of works really well for all the action scenes that you got going on.
Yeah.
It's good. And then here's my chick. I love her. She's my favorite. Just kicking some butt here. Bam. Boom. Crashing. Yeah. No, this is fun.
So badass.
And this is what you're talking about. She gets a lot of fun poses because she's very flexible, ninja-esque lady. Yep. Just whooping some butt here with her chains, which that can't be comfortable. You know, wearing that all day long. Not even talking about the outfit. I'm talking about just carrying chains around like that on your arms.
Yeah. You could tell I was a Spawn kid growing up. There's like no weight to the chain, and you think about real world, and you go, that would be really heavy.
Dude, when you go to just pick a chain link fence up, or you go to like the store, and you have to like grab. You just want 2 links. That alone that's so heavy. It's crazy heavy. You think it's like you don't got holes in it. It's not gonna be heavy. No, it's completely solid. Yeah. Oh my god. Gem. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Jay is the #1 gem streamer of all time on the YouTubes. It's a good question. Do you have any aspiration of getting those titles under a larger publisher?
That's a great question, actually. Yes, we do want to pitch it to a publisher, larger publishers. We just, pardon me, we just added our new letterer, which kind of reset the art team according to some submission guidelines. For instance, I think at Image, if you change anybody on the art team, you have to resubmit. Oh, wow. So once we are done with issue 2, that's when I'm going to start submitting it to like Image and Dark Horse. I was looking at some other smaller publishers like Source Point Press and Scout Comics. Yeah, so it's one of those things where I feel like once people put eyes on it, they go, "This is like publishing level," and I'm like, "Yeah, I've been prepping for this for 20+ years."
Oh Oh yeah. You're ready. This is good times because I already feel like you already have the other issues completely done. It's almost what it feels like. It's like you're just ready to like do the Kickstarters and get stuff rolling at this point. So that's a huge
the money's the
bonus
hard part,
for
man.
yours.
The creativity is easy.
Yeah. But and I also love this too, like how like you have like all the sound effects and she's like just flying ninja moves, but she's like shadowed out like a true ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our letterer, his name is, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but his name is Tom Orzechowski. And
I have not, but his lineup of stuff is impressive.
Yeah, he's been in the business 50 plus years. He was started out, I believe, as letterer for Chris Claremont when he was doing like X-Men. He's done Avengers, Black Panther, Wolverine, Amazing Spider-Man, Thor. Todd McFarlane brought him to Image, and he's letterer on Spawn. And it's crazy because he's at this level that he's so good and so respected in the industry, and he's so down to earth and so sweet of a guy and so hardworking. And a friend of mine introduced me to him, and I was like, yeah, I would definitely love to work with you. So
I love that. I love when you meet people that've been in the biz for a very long time and they're really, hold on, I'm dying. they're really welcoming of modern comics and stories, because sometimes you get into that when you meet like an older creator, but they're stuck in that older, like let's say silver bronze age mode, like even up to copper age, and they're not like, I don't care for the new stuff. But I like that this veteran in comics is like, no, I'm for this. Let's go. So that shows you a lot.
And he even told me coming in, he was like, show me issue 1 so that I can replicate the style that the first letterer already set up. So he just is a really respectful, just a really great guy, and he's like, I'm not here to outshine anybody, or I just want to make sure it all works well and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're the best, Tom. So
I love it. Now, Pops, I hope you're still watching, because this is what this covers for you.
Oh yeah,
he's a ladies' man and he likes boobs. But I love this ferret.
That's the minx. He's an albino minx. And his name is Snowball.
Yes, hustling the gems and the monies. Snowball knows what he likes. I'm just telling you.
And a cool little tidbit is this character was kind of inspired by the Celebutantes. She's one of those kind of characters, and she eventually she's going to turn him into a coat. He doesn't know that, right? So he lives a happy life. But she bleaches his asshole once a week just to make sure that that it's as clean as possible. You can't have an arm candy pet.
That's true. She's ready for the future. That's right. I know. Ferret, Kelly Comics. I adore the ferret. I have issues, all the ones and all the things. The sexy die cut cover of that cutout of the actual ferret comic from the 90s. I love that book. Oh yeah. There was. That's right. Snowball. Yes. Yeah. That's actual character from comics. Is the ferret.
Interesting.
No.
Yeah, I think so. This character that's on this cover, she's the possible antagonist, and she's the pampered daughter of the current Madam of the Widows. So she feels like she's going to take over. She's very self-centered, into selfies and making it rain on herself and that kind of thing. And her pet Snowball will come into conflict with Cheyenne's pet cat Diary, and that's the little sub story that'll happen later in the series. So it'll be a bloodbath, but it'll be like this micro bloodbath, like to them it's like epic, but you just see a cat and a minx just hissing at each other.
That's a good time. Hey. No, in this cover, their art style is absolutely gorgeous. It kind of reminds me of like if J. Scott Campbell and Adam Hughes had a baby. I dig it so much. Like especially the shading. I really like it. And a tiny bit of Sozo, which is some of my favorite artists over here. And CJ has a bleaching story. Oh my! You better go late night and tell this story, CJ. You know we love your dating stories. Yeah, she just got sparkliest gems of all time. I know.
Right? I love the colors. Gwyneth is the one that did the colors on this one. This was the first cover she did for me. And then she ended up doing the cakes cover. But she did a great job. It was way more colorful than I expected. And, that's the beauty of artists. Sometimes you imagine one thing and something else shows up on your computer and you go, all right, I like this. So.
That's such an amazing thing about art because you could tell that's like when CJ has a book. And it's just one writer, but 4 artists. And they're each interpreting it their own way, which is interesting. So I love it when you tell somebody like what you want in your piece. And they can bring that to life for you. And I think that's absolutely fascinating. It's so creative on the part of the artist. Yes. And
I think that's where comic books, the collaboration is so amazing is because when you get a great combination of team members, like it just, it's the sum is more than the whole or whatever that saying is, where it's like, we all make each other better and it all just comes together. So.
I love that you're doing character bios. You got the pets here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. But yeah, once again, the artwork, when you look at it, it's that thin line work, but it works so well with the character formations, like how it moves. It's really
by the way, she nicknamed him Snowball because she has a notorious habit.
Oh, geez.
Uh-huh.
I think we all learned that from Clerks. That's right. That's exactly what she's saying. Pop up, buy my selfies. I'll send you selfies. That's great. Yeah, great coloring. I know. I think the coloring actually stands out because of the thin line work. I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, he has a definitely unique palette.
Yeah. Ooh, look at the violence happening here. Holy moly.
That's the chauffeur. So each of the Widow Assassins gets a driver / bodyguard. And they're more of a decoy. They take out like low-level trash, like, drunk guys on a Friday night kind of trash,
Okay. Yeah.
But for the optics, it makes people think that this beautiful woman has a bodyguard. But in reality, she would destroy anybody that came up to them anyways. So he's more of a driver, but he's a tough guy. He dresses well, but he beats the shit out of people.
He's a stud. He's a sexy stud guy. I mean, I'm down for that. I like it. And then these are your issue 2 variants. You have a regular cover, then kind of like a naughty but tasteful cover. So it's not like too extreme on here, which I like. I like the different change ups of the colors too.
Yeah, she did amazing with that.
It's really pretty. So yeah, I like it. Very nice. Very tasteful. I like it. And this one's just cute. This one's just cute. It reminds me of watching like in the 90s, you're up all night.
Yeah.
Probably watching USA Up All Night and you're watching stupid cheesy horror movies. Like that was my jam. Yeah.
I like the fact that he was able to translate that they're watching a movie without seeing the TV.
Yes. That's what I was saying. That glow does such a great job.
Yeah. And the name of the cover is Movie Night, and I want to do a couple different ones, as we go through the issues. So this would be horror movie night, and then there'll be like a comedy one, and then like a romantic comedy one, and like that kind of thing. So you could just show the girls as they, different emotions when they get together and hang out.
Let's see. You're really vibing with I love a good neon vibe scheme in comics. And you see kind of recently, like more so recently, but it works so well. And it also works amazing on a metal. Like if you see that neon just glow on a metal, it's really pretty.
Yeah.
And Kelly is saying, yes, look at that issue 2 trade marker. That's cool. Yeah, you got some really cool trade dresses. I really dig this.
Thank you.
I love
that's
up there.
That's about a dozen years of graphic design freelancing that has helped me figure all that out. I love Photoshop.
Photoshop, great. Yeah. Ron Jashir hosted USA Up All Night on Friday, and Gilbert Godfrey was Saturday. That was my jam.
Right? Remember Elvira? Man.
Yes. Oh,
I don't know what I
Viola,
liked, but I knew I liked it.
Joe Bob. Oh yeah, come on, hot goth babe hosting cheesy horror movies. What's not to like about that? Okay, that's a really good question. CJ wants to know: is any of the work traditional, digital, or a combination of the both?
I kind of leave it up to the artists and their own styles. For interiors, it is digital. He is working. He does do pencils, but he does it like on the computer, kind of like the way McFarlane does now. And then he'll go straight to inks, and then he'll do his own colors. And then I have other artists that'll do variant covers, and they only do pencils, you know, and then I'll have to pay a different artist to do the inks and another artist to do digital colors. So it's just kind of, it changes per cover, but for the interior, it is still digital. Yeah, that's what Claudio definitely works in.
Nice. It's a very lovely style. I really like it. And then these are your issue 1 variant covers. Very pretty. This one, I love this one. That one's so awesome. And then the detailing, I'm going to see if I can find another image of this, but the detailing in this outfit alone.
Yeah.
Like the lacy bits. It's so good. They nailed that perfectly.
And you know what's crazy is it's all colorist. Chuck Michael Obach was the colorist on that, and the one on the right is the one that we originally did. So she's drawn nude, and then the colors came and had to put lingerie on her, and he came up with all that on the fly, and I was like, wow,
dude. Hold on, see if I can enlarge this. But yeah, look, the pencils here.
Yep.
You could see that, and then that evolved to this. But yeah, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Seriously, the detail in this is fantastic. That's one of my favorite things that I have whenever I run to Sozo is I talk to her about her clothing and her comics because she loved fashion design. So you could tell like the artists that really take the attention to details like that, and they really put those like lacy bits or like buttons, just something that sets clothing off in a book. And I can really appreciate that because a lot of times people just like throw clothes on. You're like, yeah, whatever. No, it fits.
Nothing annoys me more
on the body. Yeah.
Than like half-ass clothing in a comic book. I mean, I get it's not their costume, but since there's no spandex in this series, it's all about their style and what they wear and how they wear it. You know,
it's got to look good. I mean, like here, he's wearing like a vest, a tie, a like pimp coat, whatever. It looks like it fits him.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you're seeing comics, they're kind of sloppier on the body, but it's made to tailor his body. Like it's tailored to the character. And I love seeing that in comics, especially artists when they get that detailed on somebody. It's fantastic. And this one's so cute. Yeah, that one's awesome. And then this one here is just insane. So this is a glow in the dark one, and that would look absolutely phenomenal in a glow in the dark.
Right.
It has just the right bits of like the glow in the dark, but also like the black and gray in the background. It's awesome. That was super, super, super cool.
That was another happy accident.
Oh yeah.
I started moving into foil enhanced covers and having little foil accents. And so, you know, green just that color green just was, you know, it's like a green screen. It's like, okay, this is not in here. I'll use this. And I painted over all the white parts, you know, on the computer that I wanted to be, you know, silver or red or whatever, you know. And I did them all, and then I was showing a progress shot on my Facebook, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, what is that? How do I get that?" And I went, "No, I'm just showing you where the chrome is going to be." And nobody cared about the chrome anymore. They all wanted it to be glow in the dark, and I was like, "Well, fuck it, let's make it glow in the dark."
Oh, it's awesome, dude. If I was gonna back something, I'd be backing this because it is just gorgeous. The green just sets off the whole thing. It's fantastic. Oh, that's awesome. I really love that. It's fantastic. So here you are. Here's your thing. I don't know if it's updated yet, so I still don't want to refresh it. But if
it looks like it refreshed.
Oh, it did?
Maybe.
Okay, let me refresh. Let's refresh, go to the top. All right, there we go. Okay,
Yeah,
yep, that's gone. It's back on here. Nice. Pledges have resumed. Let's go. So we are on issue 2. So if you guys are just joining us, we are issue 2. But you can also get issue 1 on here. Oh, it's like I don't think the images are loading.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay because we're gonna go down your pledges right now, so we can see what's going on. Let's see, support. If you just want to pledge an amount, just plop it in there, down there. If you just want a digital shout out and support, $5. It's cool. Let's see, enchantment. You get a digital copy PDF of issue 2, which is 40 pages, full color, clean copy. That's $10. Nice. It's a good, decent price for digital stuff. And this one looks like, oh, you got the not safe for work one, which is $15.
Oh yeah, everybody seems to like that one.
I wonder why. And then here's this cover here, Charm, $20, the movie night one, which is really cute. I love that. It's a really good one. And then you are pledging to anywhere in the world. Nice. All right, let me just click this just to see where we got here. Okay, dude, $20, mostly outside the US. Shipping is pretty dope.
Thank you.
It usually gets way expensive, so I like that you're keeping that fairly reasonable. So that's awesome. And $10 to the States. Very nice. And then here is the lovely cover, which is your gorgeous lady right here. She's super pretty. So that's $25. Nice. So that is probably limited. So these gonna be print by print basis, or you're gonna print?
Most of them are print as orders come in. There's a couple of them that are limited, like the metal covers and the glow in the dark cover. Okay. Some of those are limited to 60 or 50 kind of thing. Nice. Just so that when we later on get into the conventions, I want to have the same limits that are on the Kickstarter out and the conventions, because it's not fair if it's limited on the Kickstarter, but there's we're selling it 100 copies outside of the Kickstarter. It has to, you gotta be fair about it.
You gotta have some of that stuff. This is good. Okay, so this is also a good question because you came in a little bit later. Is it graphic material or the nudie images just made for the covers?
The clean is PG-13. There's it's like underwear or lingerie. There's no frontal nudity or anything like that. But the NSFW versions do have that nudity. So it's based on the obviously the scene, or it's story based on when they're actually you see nudity. But I try to offer both so that people can, if they want to go all the way, they can read the NSFW, and if they just want to get the story and something that they can show to other people without being embarrassed, then they can get the regular clean version.
Nice. I like that you're offering both of those, because some people don't really want the nudie stuff, but it fits well in the story. I'd say it's pretty tame, but I'd say it's more about the fighting violence. The sexy bits, but they're still there, but I'd say it's more about them being badass assassins.
And I figured if I was ever going to do a partially nude comic, that this would be the right title to do it,
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like the first title was like a Heartbroken Cupid, so that was just standard comic book attire. And then this one, because it's the Escort Assassins, there is the option of the nudity, but then like the next book is going to be like a kid's book, so that's going to be completely PG. So this will be the only partially nude project that I'll probably do, is this property.
Yeah, it's not bad, but like we said earlier, it fits in with the story of what's happening. So it's not just like bam, there's just nudity for no reason. It's literally actually part of their skill set, if you will, because they have to have that seduction thing to get them to not know what's going to be happening. So haha. Yeah. It's kind of like
you got a nude woman running at you. You're looking at the naughty bits, and you don't even notice that she knocked you out.
That's right. That's how you win in a fight. Just got a distraction.
That's how I fight all the time.
All the time, you know. You can't fight unless it's nude. Yeah, I know.
What an image that was in my head.
You're welcome. Yeah. Okay, so CJ is not a fan of the new stuff. Yeah, so it fits in with the storyline of what they're actually doing and who the characters actually are and why they're there. So, haha. I think you would like.
And then also, I feel like it lets us pivot if we get picked up by, let's say, a dark horse that doesn't want to do partial nudity. No problem. We can keep it going with what we have that's clean, you know. So
also very true. Like it's that's why I said before, it has a lot of potential to go somewhere with how you've set up the premise of the book, but also the characters. So it's got a lot of wiggle room to make like other things as well. So it's very nice. And then your Tantalized covers, $30. Boom. That's a pretty one. I like that. Then you have your Allure cover, which is her saucy self. And where is it? I don't know where's that. I can't see. There it is. Boom.
That one is an homage to John Byrne and his Wolverine versus the Hellfire Club image.
I believe somebody in the chat figured that out and said that, mentioned that.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah. So that's $30 there. And then if you want the Adrenaline cover, which is the black and white one, which is actually pretty cool. Just for solid black and white. That actually looks sick on a metal.
Yeah, I think that's the metal cover right there, but it's the same image. It's just the negative spaces now on the metal.
No, that's awesome. That would look really cool. And then, what is this difference? Oh, it's just a pretty purple rainbowy.
Rainbow holofoil.
Ooh,
so it kind of changes depending on the angle you're looking at it.
Oh, that's cool. I like the rainbow holofoil. So that's not a bad price point for $35. That's cool.
Right?
Yeah. And then if you want the nudie version of that, you got $40. Got a couple backers on that. Nice. Look at that. And then if you want the nudie version of the saucy John Byrne cover, you get that for $40. Yeah, so some of these are probably going to be really limited to how you want them. And I like the color change ups as well that you did.
Yeah.
Night, day. It's lovely. This one, though, holy moly.
That's one of those that's limited to 60 copies, and people have really been liking that.
Yeah, that's a fun one right there. That would definitely be what I would want to back if I was going to back this, because that's pretty. That would look so good, too, like in a
That's
slam.
a metal cover right there.
Just put on your wall.
Oh, yeah, that would look good. And then that one right there, that's a metal cover. So we have, so we have two covers, one for issue 1 and one for issue 2 that are, it's a sheet of brush metal, and they heat transfer the image onto the brush metal, and then they attach that to the comic book. So it's actually readable, but it'd be great for display.
Ooh, nice.
And I purposely used the clean versions of the imagery so that no matter what's inside, you can actually have that on your wall and no one's going to think nothing bad about you.
Yeah, that's great. That would look really sick. So these ones here, like you could see like the lines on it, like that would look metallic. It's great. Let's see. Also the metal cover for this one, if you want that one, $80. Bam. That's also limited to 50. And then what is this? Artist edition. Ooh, if you just want pencils art.
Yeah, that was the original pencil art.
Oh, it's the original pencil art for that cover?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wait. You might need to change that. Okay, because you got one backer on it. It says 99 out of 100 left.
Yeah, those are 1 of 100. So I'm sorry. So what that artist edition is it's the original pencil art, but you just see that as the cover.
Oh, okay.
I do sell the original art later further on down, but that's what the first artist came up with.
Oh no, that's gorgeous. That's really pretty. And let's see. You want the Temptation pack, which you're gonna get 5 print copies and a digital copy, but you're gonna get all the sexy stuff in here. The rainbow, holofoil, all that stuff. You're gonna get that for $100. That's a cool deal for $100. You're gonna get all this stuff. Seduction. Okay, so the nudie version there in your 5 print copies plus your digital. You get all that stuff there. Boom shakalaka. Snare. Ooh, what does this say?
So that's all the covers for issue 2.
All the covers for issue 2. So you get the naughty, the nice ones, and then you get that one that's in progress, but that's that TV one.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty. That's a really cool deal. So if you completionist, there you go. I know a lot of people that are completionists in comics.
That next one's crazy.
Damn near everything bundle. Let's see. Wow, holy moly! And plus, you have blanks.
Yeah, there was a sketch cover for issue 1.
Oh.
So that's all of issue 1 covers and issue 2 covers.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
On here.
There's the
here's
original
the
art.
original pencil art. Okay, so for $800, there's 1 of 1, and you get the original pencil line art, and then you get 2 pages showcasing the artist Neto-san's process for creating clean and dirty cover. Oh, that's lovely.
So you get his original pencils, which are obviously the NSFW, and then you get his blue line reproduction with his new pencils on it for all the covering up parts.
Oh, that's
which
fun.
would look great in like in a frame.
Yeah, I just want to open this so you can kind of see the difference here. That's pretty. I like how he did that. So that makes a lot of sense. Just leave that nude and then just add little bits on there. Cute.
Yeah.
This little guy. This little guy. Oh my gosh. I like him. I dig that guy. It's fun. So you had a lot of cool pledge packages here, which are nice. And I hope you get way more backers by the time this, because I'm going to be sharing this galore all over the place.
Thank you.
It's a really fun story. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Oh my gosh. Those guys are dorks. Yes. Okay. So CJ originally said, this guy reminds me of somebody new in New York. Wow. That sums that up. Really.
I'm from Jersey, so
maybe you
you never know.
Cons. You might have gave it. Maybe CJ. Maybe you gave him your ash can at New York Comic Con.
Right.
You don't know. Could have happened. Yes, the glow in the dark and metal covers are very, very cool choices. You are not wrong there. It's good stuff.
Thank you.
And we talked about this earlier, but the voiceovers for the trailer were done by Samantha.
Yep, that was a lot of fun. My throat did hurt at the end of that, but completely worth it.
If you go back to the Cyanide Kisses issue 1 video, she also did one of the voices on there.
Oh, interesting. That's
yeah,
fun.
It was Cheyenne that I had done.
Okay. No, you sound like your voice works really well for that animated series. Like that, yeah. I would do way more voice acting. You're good at it.
Thank you.
Okay. So we kind of just answered that because you just said New Jersey, but you guys want to say regions about where you guys are from?
Western Oregon.
Okay. All right.
And I'm a East Coast transplant. I'm from Northern Jersey, and live in Beaverton area now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the Michigan, around Detroit area.
Nice.
Yeah, good times. CJ wants to see a look at the posters in your background. You mean these ones? The banners?
The banners.
Saucy time banners right there. Oh.
Motion sickness.
Oh, that looks really well done. Nice. That'll definitely grab CJ's attention if he sees you at a Comic-Con.
Yeah, so we were actually able to use both of those in our most recent Comic-Con that we did here in Rose City in Portland. And they drew a lot of people to our table. We got a lot of compliments on them.
I believe that's how John Stout found you, because John Stout was the one that reached out and said, hey, have a friend that has
yes.
Comic-Con pass. Yeah.
He was like, K-pop junkie? I went, what?
I know. I don't think I'll ever change my name because it's just hilarious to me that everybody has to keep saying that. So, yeah, no, that's fun. Yeah, we actually have a lot of people do Rose and Emerald City that we know because there's a lot of people over in that area, so it's a really good cons. I actually have
Emerald City's a great convention.
Yeah,
my
we're
friend
trying to get up
here-
there.
Oh, you're trying to get up there too? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I have friends that go from here to over there because that's how good it is. Let's see. They do Comic Cons, but what other Comic Cons? Do you have any coming up that you want to talk about?
None that are scheduled. We just did Rose City. I just applied for Emerald City Comic Con, and the goal is to do 2 or 3 local conventions and at least one that's further away each year. And for 2025, I'm really I have my fingers crossed that we can get into hopefully New York Comic Con or San Diego.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
those are the 2 that I'll be aiming for later in the year. So yeah, I just went to San Diego this past convention a couple months ago for the first time in 20 years, I'd say. It's, oh my God, it's so big.
It seems
it's
like
huge.
So many people. Like I would get lost and like have anxiety attacks and freak out in the middle of the floor.
It's the kind of thing where like if you're on one side of the convention floor and you look down the center row or center aisle to the other side, that there's like atmosphere where you can't even see the far wall. You know what I mean? Like it's that big. It's so huge.
That's insane. Because I know CJ goes to New York, and I know a couple of the other guys that actually go to San Diego. And I think Past Point was talking about how they have the early ticket sales or something right now. Because he was talking about a con over in that area. But yeah, there's a lot of people that do Emerald and Rose City. Yeah, and Heroes Con, I hear, is really amazing for indie artists. It's very much comic oriented. I know a lot of creators that go down there, and it's my goal to go down there next year too. So that's another really good one. And I feel like Independent Comics Wellspring puts on another con. I believe it's in Connecticut, but it's only indies.
Really?
Yeah, they just started that last year, so they're doing that, and they actually have the Heroic Awards that they announced during C2E2, like the winners, but they put on those as well. But there's a lot of good stuff. New York is better.
Yeah, I've been going to conventions since back when Wizard World did their Chicago conventions. Nice. Before they expanded to every city in America, you know. But it was just in Chicago. So
were those banners 18 by 24? They should be in the Kickstarter. No, those are his banners. You gotta get your own banners.
I do have one. Let me see if I can do this tastefully.
Oh.
I do have one banner that I had in my first Kickstarter.
Whoa.
And it's 6 feet long or wide, depending on how you hang it. But
let me see if I can make you super big for this for a second so we can really look at this. Wow. Other than that, it's great.
Yeah, I'm really proud of that. That was the first Kickstarter that we did, which was Valentino. And it wasn't successful, but we came up with some beautiful art for it.
I mean, just come back stronger and redo it. That looks phenomenal. I can tell you right now that out of all the campaigns I've had the last few months, it's been a few that have not funded, and then they're waiting until the beginning of the year to come back and go on stronger. And 3 of them have already been back up and are doing way better than they did the first time. So don't ever let a failure stop you from putting on a book. So keep
fair enough.
Just saying. What's up, Jason? San Diego has more furries. I don't know. I think you might need to go to San Diego now and find more furry people. That was the thing last time he picked up a date in New York.
I kind of have a weird story with San Diego.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I don't know, this might be a mood killer. You guys might laugh. We'll figure it out afterwards. So I guess they had like a sting operation during San Diego Comic Con for like sex trafficking or something.
Yeah,
right?
I heard something about this. Yes.
And I was oblivious till after, but during the convention, I was only there for 2 days, and I was just attending. I didn't have a booth, but I was handing out copies of Cyanide Kisses 1 to creators and heroes of mine, and publishers, this and that, and I was handing out flyers to everybody else, and I went through the artist alley area, and there was this big black dude with dreads, and he kind of looked like a hippie. He was dressed kind of hippie-ish. But my pitch for Cyanide Kisses used to be escort assassins, right?
Yeah.
And I came up with this, you know where it's going. And I came up with this like years ago before it became such a hot button kind of topic. And I was going through and I saw him. Hey, how you doing? I was my book. Check it out. It's got escort assassins. He goes, what kind of assassins? And I go, escort assassins? And he's like, oh, tell me more, kind of thing. And I gave him a flyer or whatever. He kind of creeped me out. It was real weird,
Uh-huh.
And just the way he reacted to the word escort was like very strange to me. And then I found out like 2 days later that they had this sting operation going on that San Diego wasn't even aware of, and I'm pretty sure that had to be an undercover cop I talked to.
Oh.
It was so
You
like
must got busted.
speak into my lapel,
I was like, I don't think that's a comic book, but tell me more. Yeah.
Right?
That's a good thing you
So-
had the flyers. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm probably on some list somewhere just in case, but
Oops.
yeah, well.
Oh man. So CJ has more questions for you. This is actually
Shoot.
another one. Because you also go in the artist alley a lot. And this one, he wants to know, how do you choose your artists?
Well, what was the first question?
How do you choose your artists?
Oh, I thought, okay. So it's a long process. And honestly, I believe in a higher power, and when it's time, the artist that I need is the one that ends up coming and showing up, that was a hard part for a couple of years, was finding the art teams, was because there's a lot of artists nowadays, up and comers, that only want to do covers and pinups. They don't want to do the trenches of interior art. And you got to find just the right artist that's willing to work hard, but isn't charging you $300 a page. We'll say one artist, she wanted $500 a page, and she wanted like a royalty on top of that. I think of like $250 a page or something weird like that. But it was basically going to be like $700 a page to do the art for Cyanide Kisses, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't afford you. Like, your art's amazing, but so just became to just keep trying and get out there. And Claudio, I found him online, but it was honestly, I started the process at the conventions. I'd go through Artist Alley and I'd pick up everybody's card or take a picture of everybody's Instagram that I thought was interesting, and after a convention I would just hit them all up and see who was like what kind of artists and where they were at and blah blah blah. And it really just became trying to find the best artist that fits what you're trying to do and what your budget is, and just accepting that you're going to have to pay the artist up front. Like, that makes it more difficult nowadays than it was in the 80s when people were just doing work for, hey, maybe we'll make it rich. But I feel like it's better for the artist, because all my artists, they get paid for the work they do. And it's not, hey, do this for free, and then maybe one day I'll be able to pay you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'd say beat the pavement, hit the conventions and Instagram and Facebook groups, and just keep your eye always open for good art, and stay positive. And when someone tells you no or not right now, sometimes no is not right now. It's not a no, so just keep that in mind and, try to build those friendships, relationships.
Yeah, I got some friends that do a little bit sauced up characters for Kickstarters so that I could send your way if you're looking for more.
Nice.
Yeah, they stopped wanting to get paid in exposure. No, I give you huge props for paying your artists up front and the rates that they deserve, by the way. So yes.
Oh yeah.
Keep your eye out for sex traffickers. Yeah.
Well,
Jeez. Okay. So I'm gonna flop it to Samantha for a second. So you've been doing the co-writing on this as well. Do you have any more books in your future that you want to write? Like you want to do like your own property?
Not at this time. I do a lot of theater as well, and I'm a resident lighting designer for a theater down here. So I really dive into the arts, and I'm gonna stick with Kez, and that's kind of my plan. And the kids book, I'm kind of excited to switch gears a little bit, and it really helps me dive into my writing. I'm not much of a drawer. I'm not much of an artist, like coloring, things like that. I can at least color in the lines, and you might tell if it's a stick figure. But
Gotta start somewhere.
right. I'm very good with my words. I'm very good with storytelling. And it allows me to be able to get my creative side out there in a way that I can be very proud of.
Yeah. Yeah, Chance, I know we're aware we were having issues earlier and I don't know what happened. So like I was muted. Kez had issues. It was fine. It's fine. We're good. It's fine. Don't worry. Listen, this is not a pro stream, even though I was recently nominated, but lost all 6 categories in the CBC Awards that I was nominated. That's okay. That's okay. That's how we roll here. Hot dogs and other deplorable stuff. That's right. I was so very excited because at the con I was at last weekend, I found a Black Widow holding a hot dog pin, and I was here for it, and I can't wait to show that off. It's over there. I'm so very excited about this. I don't know why, but for like a year, it's been a whole bunch of hot dog people. Yeah, that's right, Jay. I'll show that up. But no, I'm very excited to see way more people getting into arts that never even thought about maybe getting into it. So were either one of you heavily influenced by comics or manga growing up?
I'm sorry, you cut out really bad. I didn't hear.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Were you influenced by comic or manga growing up, or were you more on like the novel side?
Now I'm definitely more the novel side, but growing up it was Harry Potter. I think you can tell by my back.
Over there. Yeah.
Yeah. But manga wise, it was, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, all the really classic 90s, early 2000s stuff. And I used to live in Japan for a little bit, so I got exposed to quite a bit when I was living there. And as I've gotten older, it's definitely been more into the novels and what my ex-husband calls my smut books. Don't ever open what I'm reading if you don't want your eyes to burn.
Yeah.
So that's what's made doing this so much fun, is I get to see the art that is created and what comes out of Kez's head, and I get to put words to it that help make it make sense and bring such life to the characters. Like the whole idea of them having their nails done and their hair done while they're killing people. That was my idea. I was like, dude, we're going to have our nails done and there's going to be blood underneath them. It's fine.
They could be red for a hot minute.
Yeah, they could be red for a hot minute. It's fine. But you always got to be put together when you're going out there.
Yeah.
And, the ideas we have for the next issues, I am so excited to see where this goes, if, keeping it going, keeping it funded, so that we do get to continue to bring this art to you and we get to keep creating. And who knows what other comics we'll be able to come up with. And diving into the children's book, one will help me like children a little bit more.
I don't think so. Probably not, because that's where I'm at.
You know. But it'll tap into a different part of my brain. I do a lot of plays. I do a lot of kid plays, and having a book out there, having a comic out there with my name on it is such an amazing and euphoric feeling to know that there's something that you created that's tangible, that people love, and they want to support you in what you're choosing to do with such amazing artists, with such an amazing team, that this doesn't feel like a struggle. This doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, we're never going to get this off the ground. This isn't going to work. It's no, let's keep pushing. Let's keep going, because this shit's good.
Yeah.
We just got to get it out there.
No, I think that's exactly what it feels like when you read the issue 1. It's a well thought out, like in the future, like you could see it going to the 8 issues and more as you're reading it, because the story and the characters are so well developed. Like you could see that happening. You could see it being a series or an animated thing. You could see that. So shout out to both of you. So way to go. Great job. Fantastic. And yes, RIP Kids. Yes, correct. And is your favorite series Something is Killing the Children? Oh my.
I haven't read that one yet, but looks interesting.
I have not read it either. I have some of the issues, but I have not read. Yeah. There's a lot of people that really, really like that title. So one of these days I'll get one of the Omnis and read the whole thing, because I think there's like 2 series now, because you have House of Slaughter. Oops, I hit a thing. Uh-oh. What did I do? I hit a thing with my finger. Children of the Future song. That's right. But here, I'm going to drop the Kickstarter link one more time so that way it goes to Twitch people. So there we go. Let's pop that down there. Let's see what I got going on.
The other thing I really like is the dynamic between the characters, and they each have such a very clear character build to them.
Yeah.
That it doesn't seem like there's any kind of overlapping arc between the characters. Okay, you have Cheyenne, you have Candy. They'll collide, but they're not going to melt. Like their characters aren't going to be the same thing.
Yeah. Completely different character makeup.
Completely different, and it's going to stay that way.
Nice. I like that, because they're so unique, and I like that they have different personalities and different ways that they go about seducing and like finishing, getting the flies.
Yeah, their styles.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I will say they were originally called the Black Widow Assassins, but then Marvel came along and got all popular.
Yeah, and Marvel has deeper pockets than we do.
Yeah, and once they joined the House of Mouse, I go, I'm not messing with Disney.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to mess with Disney. You don't want to mess with Disney. That'll end badly for you. Terribly.
So that's why they're the true Widow Assassins now.
That's fine. I like it. You're true Widow Assassins. Go kick some ass and earn points.
Right?
I'm very interested to see more about the point system in the Madam, how that's going to go, because that sounds interesting, and it sounds like there's going to be lots of competitiveness that might make them be way more creative.
I am so excited for that portion and bring that Madam to life and just wreak havoc. It's going to be great.
I love a good Madam moment. Yeah.
Issue 2, you get to see the Widow's Lair, and it's underground, and it's if you were to mix a nightclub, the biggest mall you've ever been in, and Vegas all into one.
Whoa. Okay.
So it's there's a lot of, it's very intricate. It's very there's a lot to do, a lot of options, and you get to kind of see more of how big it is,
And then the Madam is kind of the Martha Stewart kind of character. There's a lot of greenery. There's a lot of bringing the outside in to the system.
I can pick that up in her voice. Good times. Good. Well done on that. Yes. Oh, here, let me drop your. Okay, so this is also your YouTube. So if you guys want to go and subscribe to them there, you have even more videos to do with Cyanide Kisses on here. So go check that out. Go follow them. And let's see. Here's your website. Let me link that as well. Get you following in all of the places. Let's go.
Right?
Please.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
You dropped us.
Uh-oh. Hopefully nothing broke.
Okay. No,
And then,
it's a lot of noise.
Okay. Here's Facebook. It's okay. I'm dropping all the links so that people have it and go find you. So I can't wait. So yeah, go share this. Go spread this galore all over the place because it's such a cool idea. And if you like really good like 80s, 90s, like ninja or assassin, like anime stuff, this is perfect. This is great. Yeah, loud noises. That's right.
Yeah. Those noises.
Yeah. But yeah, here, let's go like this. That way we're all even now. Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
There we go. There we go. I know. It's so weird when you're like the big and you're like,
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is getting weird now.
you're like, I was like, what? And I feel all weird. I feel like I look like a doll or like that dude. What's that guy's name from Star Trek?
Data?
Oda. No, the one with an O is like the tan guy with an O name. But yeah, I feel like that guy. Like I'm Clay because I don't have nostrils. I feel like I'm that guy. That's who I feel like I am right now. I'm just being that guy. Let's see. We've been here for like almost an hour and 40 minutes. So thank you guys for joining me.
Wow.
Very
No
lovely
problem.
getting to know you, and hopefully you get all the backers galore. Yes. Oh no. Yes. Thank you. I knew it was something.
There we go. Yeah.
Something. No, I really enjoy your book, and I can't wait to even find more about your other title as well because that looks fun too.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then whenever you're launching another thing, let me know. I'll gladly have you back on here, or hell, I will even have you back on here for just the other book, even if it's not launched. We can talk about that, get that spread around.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We would love that.
Yeah, I love that. And before we go, do you have any other appearances or anything that you want to promote before you go?
Samantha?
I've got a little Christmas kind of, we're calling it a bazaar, but it's not really a bazaar. It's more of like a little convention. But it's a witchy convention for women. And so I'm going to take the comic there and I'm going to push the female assassins to all my witches. And I have so many people in my circle that love the book, want to see the book, want to pass on the book. So I'm going to take it there. And that's beginning of December.
That sounds amazing. And where is that at?
That is out in Portland, Oregon.
I might know some people that might want to go to that.
That would be amazing. It's actually, I have the thing here. It's called the Winter Moon Bazaar.
Winter Moon Bazaar. Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, it's at the Wingspan Event and Convention Center out here in Hillsboro, actually.
That's awesome. I dig that. Do you ever go to like the Curiosity and Oddities Expo?
Oh, every time.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing. We were just here
upon all things I've ever seen in my entire life. It's great.
Yeah, it was just here not too long ago. Yeah, it's my jam.
Oh, dude. I literally have a witch's broomstick on my bed.
We can be friends.
Yay, Halloween, but also it's not Halloween because this is my decor. So yes.
Yeah, but you know, Nightmare Before Christmas is a both Halloween and Christmas movie, so we're fair game.
True. You're not wrong. It is one of the best, and I literally have a spinny doodad right there that plays. It rotates and it puts a light show on the wall of Nightmare Before Christmas, like the whole town.
Oh, cool!
It's awesome. Yeah, I had a little tree for my Christmas, not Christmas. I went all out on Nightmare Before Christmas is Halloween. I have a Wednesday Addams Jack Skellington with bats.
Oh, cool!
Skater dress for her. And I had a tree that I got from Five and Below and had little Christmas ornaments, but I made myself a Halloween tree with all the Jack Skellington characters on there. Yes. Pops, you get out of here. We're not playing Fortnite tonight. You get out of here. But
no.
Just saw one in the comments.
Yeah, these guys are funny. They're my buttholes. If you haven't noticed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I told you we really ran with the theme here, and I know. Damn it, I know. I will still play Fortnite. Yeah, ban him. Yeah, he's gonna get the ban hammer for sure for saying that. Get out of here, punk. Okay, so yeah, go if you're into that. That sounds amazing. So go find Samantha at the Winter Moon Festival sometime in December. Boom, go check that out.
It is December 7th.
Oh, that's a good date.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, you should time Pops out for that comment. That's right, Jay. But I don't. Then what about you, Kez? What do you got any plans?
I'm just waiting to see where this this Kickstarter goes. I don't have any appearances planned,
Okay.
but I will be going to Japan
Woo.
around Thanksgiving, first time out of the country. So I'm interested in seeing what the rest of the world looks like. So yeah,
very fun. They have a lot of
10
Comic
days
Cons
out
over there. There's Comic Cons out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, lots.
Buddy of mine, he has an animation studio. I knew him from art school, and he moved out to Japan and started an animation studio. He's actually from Jersey as well. And yeah, I look forward to seeing all the different sides of Japan, from Hiroshima to Kyoto to Tokyo to all that stuff, and seeing his studio. He's one of those people that inspires me. So it's just keep pushing forward and just keep expanding and doing the best that we can.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pro-Japanese nerds in the chat, by the way. I was
we're staying for a couple days. We're staying somewhere near, I guess it's like a comic book area or like a manga area of Japan. We're staying near the red light district, and I don't know. You never know with Japan, so
that's the best place to hustle your books.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
Gets them out there in the Japanese stores. You don't know,
right? Imagine a Codename Ghost, mini series done in manga style. That'd be amazing.
Well, that would be so awesome. I would love that.
When I was living there, you could find comics and nudie magazines in 7-Eleven.
Oh,
wow!
All right, so
yeah,
sounds like a lot of your market. Yes, but yeah, thanks everybody that was coming in here, hanging with us, getting to know you guys. Thank you guys for coming and hanging here.
Thank you guys.
What you guys got? 8 days left. I could send you some links to some other channels that might be able to either review and or do an interview. So if you're up for that, I can do that for you.
Oh, definitely.
That would be wonderful.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we're gonna get on here because I'm getting hungry as well. And I gotta take this bandage off my nose. I'm dying. So I don't have an outro because not pro saucy here. So we're gonna cheesy dance out of here. I know. Get ready. I hope you guys are ready.